The king took to himself another wife. She was a beautiful woman, but very proud. She had a wonderful looking glass, and when she stood in front of it and looked at herself in it and said, looking glass, on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all? The looking glass answered, Thou, O queen, art the fairest of all. Then she was satisfied, for she knew that the looking glass spoke the truth. But Snow White was growing up and grew more and more beautiful. And when she was 7 years old, she was as beautiful as the day, and more beautiful than the queen herself. And once, when the queen asked her looking glass, looking glass, on the wall, who in this land is the fairest of all? It answered, Thou art fairer than all who are here, Lady Queen, but more beautiful still is Snow White, I believe. Then the queen was shocked and turned green with envy. From that hour, whenever she looked at Snow White, her heart heaved in her chest because she hated the girl so much. And envy and pride grew higher and higher in her heart like a weed, so that she had no peace day or night. She called a huntsman and said, Take the child away into the forest. I will no longer have her in my sight. Kill her and bring me back a token. The huntsman obeyed and took off to capture Snow White. He took the poor girl into the woods with the intention of ending her. The huntsman went to strike her down, and she began to weep and said, Oh, dear huntsman, leave me my life. I will run away into the wild forest and never come home again. And as she was so beautiful, the huntsman had pity on her and said, Run away then, you poor child. But now the poor child was all alone in the great forest, and so terrified that she looked at all the leaves on the trees and did not know what to do. Then she began to run, and ran over sharp stones and through thorns, and the wild beasts ran past her, but did not harm her. She ran as long as her feet would go until it was almost evening, and then she saw a little cottage and went into it to rest herself. Snow White looked around to try to figure out who could possibly live in this tiny home. She was so hungry and thirsty that she ate some vegetables and bread. Then, as she was so tired, she laid herself down and went to sleep. Meanwhile, the queen, at home, went in front of the glass and said, looking glass on the wall, who in the land is the fairest of all?" Then it answered as before, "O Queen, thou art fairest of all I see, but over the hills where the 7 dwarves dwell, Snow White is still alive and well, and none is so fair as she." When she heard the glass speak thus, she trembled and shook with rage. "Snow White shall die," she cried, "even if it costs me my life." Thereupon she went into a quiet, secret, lonely room where no one ever came, and there she made a very poisonous apple deer. Outside it looked pretty, white with a red cheek, so that everyone who saw it longed for it, but whoever bit a piece of it must surely die. When the apple deer was ready, she painted her face and dressed herself up as a farmer's wife, and so she went over the 7 mountains to the 7 dwarves.